Okay, so today we're going to learn how to create a wispy, ghostly type image, which this is one that we prepared earlier, and that's the original. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just zoom in a bit here so we have a better view of the picture. Now, the first thing we want to use is the ellipsis selection tool. So the elliptical one. Now, of course, we want to use this to select the iris, and we want to do it without selecting the white. So if you hold the Alt key and the Shift key and put it in the middle, then it should kind of create a circle there for you. Now, I probably want to zoom in there. And then holding the Shift key, you can sort of drag and just keep dragging out till you get a good selection. This is probably the most tedious part. So I'm just going to pause it. Okay, so after about 2 minutes, I've got a decent selection of the eye. So just zoom around a bit. Now, what we want to do is make a copy of that and create a new layer at the same time. So you can press Ctrl J, or you can just select layer new and layer layer copy. So that's created a new layer there for us. Okay, now what we can do is we can select, right click here and select, not right click actually, just press this little button here, create new fill or adjustment layer, and then we want to select hue saturation, or alternatively you can go to image adjustments and hue saturation, or you can press Ctrl U. So we just want to change the hue there, and as we can see it changes the color of the eyes. So you can select blue, green. Blue's pretty cool, so we'll just push it all the way here to select the blue. Now the next thing we want to do is select our first layer with the main layer, and just press that same button and go to hue and saturation, or image adjustments, hue saturation, and then we just want to move the saturation all the way to the left to give us that sort of gray effect, and then just hit OK. Now to get the ghostly sort of look, you got to go into, you got to select the layer first here, and then go into image adjustment and levels, or you can press Ctrl L. Now for here, you just want to play around with this, probably like move each one individually, but if you want some numbers to get you started, you can just put in 50, 1.5 and 200, and then just sort of move this white slider along here just to get a sort of effect. But yeah, just a little fiddling around until you find what you're after. So yeah, we'll just stick with that for the moment. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit with 41.5 and 122. Now what we want to do next is, to make it look ghosty, you want to use the paintbrush tool and use like a pretty big brush. Either I want to use one of these blurry type ones, 45 or 65, so that's kind of contrast to the size that you want to be using. And then you just want to reset your colors, hit D, and then you can press X to swap them around so it's white on top. Then you can just sort of go around like this, sort of thing. But the sort of brush I sort of is probably better for this is if you click here, the airbrush soft round with the 50% flow. I find that that's probably better for this example. So you start from the outside edges and just sort of work your way in type thing. Then you can sort of just click on here, make it a bit ghosty like. And yeah, so that's basically it. Then you can sort of still go back and change the um, saturation of the eyes. So you can sort of go blue or green or brown, whatever color you want. And that's basically it. So hope that's helped you, and keep an eye out for more free Photoshop tutorials on our website at love2help.com. That's LUV number 2 HELP.com. Okay, good luck.